I'm Ray. I'm number 6, the youngest son. I'll begin with my father's favourite aphorism. Short speeches are like a girl's skirt. Long enough to cover the subject, and short enough to be interesting. Yeah, Dad loved to make people laugh like that. I mean, he said that at his 60th wedding. He'd just say off the cuff stuff like that. Because of his intense personality, I'm not sure other folks saw his playful side. Dad's default mood was cheerful, and his glass was half full. However, this optimistic and bold approach to life, his can-do attitude, saw us run into trouble on some memorable holidays. I remember Dad's wagon running out of petrol in some far-flung location like the East Coast. Despite his fervent faith that we'd miraculously make it to the next town, we didn't. On that occasion, the family had to bunk down on the floor of a marae. I was about 7. Another time we came to an impasse down the Whanganui River, and landslide blocked the windy gravel road. In the darkness, we backpacked to Jerusalem and stayed in another marae. Dad shared with us twins his love of adventure. He owned a small wooden dinghy and fitted it with an outboard motor. On a fishing expedition offshore from Mohoki Beach, this engine refused to start. We were only about 8, and I recall the terror as we floated around the Pacific Ocean for hours. Well, our balding, middle-aged father rode for his life. Thanks, Dad. Our father also shared with me his aptitude in the great outdoors. Dad was a deer hunter, not really a proper tramper. Before I was hatched, Dad took my brother Clive on the root burn track, hunting with his .303 rifle. Didn't get anything. But when in the late 1970s a road was proposed to cut through northwest Nelson Forest Park, thousands of folks will walk the hippie track in protest before the road was put through. It wasn't. But in 1978, Dad dragged me along the hippie track for 80 kilometres in my gumboots, carrying a big duffel bag. Above all else, I recall my father's culinary skills on this particular trip. The fine art of heating a tin can over an open fire. We dined on lamb's tongues. Actually, it was scriptural. The Bible says that did not tongues. Yeah, thanks, Dad. Dad did infuse in me a love for cinematography, so I'm actually speaking and videoing myself. Videoing the whole funeral for you. In the late 70s, he purchased a Super 8 movie camera, and the family endured many film nights. He also bought both of us, Brian and I, tiny Instamatic cameras, which inspired me to study photography, and now I sell my images commercially as a semi-pro photographer. Thanks, Dad. Throughout our childhood, our father shared his love of poultry. Who couldn't forget the putrid smell of ammonia from the battery hens in the backyard at 71 Lytton Road? Later, Dad gifted us a pair of Muscovy ducks. Brian and I named them Smith and Jones after the TV series, and Brian and I religiously fed our pets for 2 years. We loved them, until one dark Christmas day, when the ducks appeared on our dinner plates. No thanks, Dad. From age 11 and throughout my teens, Dad taught me his Protestant work ethic. If I wanted to go away to a camp, I had to pay for it myself. So on Saturdays, I accompanied my father to his newspaper factory in Pakuranga. I believe he paid us twins a whopping $2 an hour to stack newspapers into boxes. I'm not sure what the minimum wage was back then, but thanks, Dad. Talking of camps and tramps, Brian and I were sort of free-range children. Wherever there was a school holiday, we were shunted off to a camp. They were usually named with acronyms like CSSM, CBC, ISCF, YFC, YWAM. In retrospect, we were raised by a plethora of Christian ministries around the Upper North Island. Thanks, Dad. The Christian organisation that had the most impact on me was the least religious of them all. I was painfully shy, pimple-ridden, sensitive artist who stayed indoors. If it were not for the Boys Brigade, there go I. Amongst all those energetic boys and psychotic officers, I was exposed to outdoor pursuits like kayaking, abseiling, bushcraft and tramping. Thanks, Dad. In his memoirs, my father admits he didn't spend that much time with us at home. He was also always on the telephone. But when I was around 11 and 12, I had fond memories of him and I going to Sunday night church for 2 years. Just him and me singing the old choruses together. Thanks, Dad. And when we went on camps and tramps, guess who drove us there? Yep, Dad was an unsung hero in the background, chauffeuring us all over Auckland. Table tennis tournaments, cross-country races, the traverse of the Coromandel Ranges. Dad was waiting for us in his blue Chrysler. Thanks, Dad. Did I mention that Dad was also very generous? So much so that in 2004, when he published his memoirs, he gave or sold all the copies of his book away. So in recent years, Graham didn't have his own book. He had to borrow his own book from the local library. And he gave that copy away too. So he ended up with all these library fines in the last 2 years. Too generous. Perhaps the saying that relates well to my father is this: happiness is not found in loving things and using people, but in loving people and using things. Over the years, Graham learned to do the latter. The most poignant example my father gave me of loving people was when Mum got dementia, which lasted 10 long years. Every day he visited her in a rest home hospital, feeding her meals. Thanks, Dad, you showed us what love is. I'll finish with my favourite quote: contentment is not having what you want, but wanting what you have.